Hi, Jasper. This
Hey,
is
Mark.
definitely like we haven't been talking for an hour, It's
No,
been
no,
great.
no. This is the first time I ring you up. So yeah, let's go through this song. So yeah, this song started out as a completely different song, and the guitars, the main arpeggio, kind of was
Hmm.
the outro to that song. I turned out not really liking the song, but I kept going back to the outro. So I thought, let's flip it around and like make the outro the main part of the song.
And I think we've got those guitars right here.
Yeah, this is just me at home with an acoustic guitar, like a SM57 probably.
I think like we almost started editing these guitars, and then it didn't like that whatever way you had duplicated or looped them at home was like actually the groove of the song. I remember like I was like, okay, yeah, let's make it start at zero and loop perfectly. And
Hmm.
it didn't work. You had already like kind of infused a lot of the groove in the original.
Yeah, for
uh
sure. Yeah. It's funny because there's something about the groove that doesn't completely work or isn't like
mhm.
normal. I thought I was recording a demo, so I didn't really pay attention to doing everything
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
right way. And I think that kind of makes that part of the song special. And it was also really hard to write the vocal melody. I did like 10 different versions. And I think it's still in the final mix. There's a guitar doing the vocal melody. There is a darkness anyway. Don't want it all.
I always thought that like really helped the hook like hit and like sit in the song. I mean, again, there was so much like built in here. And I think some of my favorite moments, like we both engineer and we both like obviously if there wasn't something magical about going in the studio and like how high the ceiling could be in studio, we like wouldn't have a job and we wouldn't do it. But I think like you can really value and like pay attention to the instincts on the demo. It's like okay to also be like actually the truest, like purest thing is the thing that's in the demo. And how do we like how can we build out around that? Because I do think the song ends up taking, these huge leaps and like going to these other places. But I think like there's 100% like that core from the demo that just stayed the whole time.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of that kind of spontaneity I think came through in your demo. For example, like I definitely want to listen to the vocal at the end because I think there were so many things that like felt like you just tried something and now you've got a whole new element to the sound.
True things in the water, and I watch it from afar, and I know it's shedding the water from your gun. I'm trying the song. Before we went into to the studio, we tried to figure out like a drum and bass part, and because the demo was with a drum machine, this song really felt like it should be that energy, and I
Mm-hmm.
think this worked really nicely.
Yeah, I love that. And then, near the end, and you had done this on a previous song, right? Like where you played a bunch of fills and then kind of like put them into a part.
Right, yeah, that's in Everything Grows. Like the
Yeah.
ending was just like an edited version of a really weird fill, and we kind of recreated that in the ending of this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should go
Yeah.
to that saxophone. So
Hmm.
This was on the ninth day of the studio.
Yeah.
Mart came in to record
Mhm.
saxophone on this.
Yeah.
And we had talked a little bit about what we were going to do, but it was still pretty vague, which is what I usually like to do with guest musicians, because I think
Yeah.
it's like if I ask people, I know I love what they do already, so I know it's going to be great. And usually I'll try to like let them do their
Mhm.
thing and then give notes instead of giving this whole idea of what I want it to be. Then you get to be like surprised. I thought it was going to be just the ending, but Mart said like maybe in the second verse I could come in and do something. And I think
Mhm.
that's like such a cool introduction to the instrument. So,
So that's the close mic, and then we'll switch to the room. Kind of further away, but it really gives the distance when they're together like this, you know. And then last but not least, something I loved, that play reverb there, you know.
oh, I forgot that guitar, like the harp.
Yeah. There's a lot, like this is like the longest song and also maybe the most layered
Yeah,
song.
for sure.
I can talk, but I don't want to. I shiver along my spine and I can't wait to get it out.
This is from the modular synth,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, because I had a lot of you two like and the whole interlude is really you two like playing off of each other too and like
Mhm.
grain synthesis. I love that, you know.
Yeah, this is so pretty.
I think what you feel is just like a flow of all the pieces kind of like moving as like a river passing each other by. Yeah, there's like even in the kind of most electronic song, you know, there's still those like dark moments of the most like acoustic and the most
Yeah.
kind of like stripped down ones. And I think that's something I felt like my whole goal when I was there is like if I just inject a little bit of like, hey, we exist in the room even more into this record, then I'll have felt like I succeeded, you know, in the production thing. And I think together it really feels like a band. I don't know, they're just like people were playing with heart the whole time. And like I don't think anyone was like, let's just like phone this in and like, you know, chop it together. You know, sometimes when you're working like long days, it can be like, okay, well, maybe I got to go into like a zoned out mode. And I think whenever we reached that, we just came back the next day
Yeah.
instead of being like, use that. It's like, no, I think we can beat that, you know? And I think yeah, I'm proud of that. So, yeah.
Me too.
I can talk, but I don't want to. I shiver along my spine.